that'll also help bring people back into the state. We're losing people in our rural areas. They're moving out because they're losing their hospital.
Well, we have a serious problem without migration. You know, we've lost more people than any surrounding state over the past 7 years. So all those things, funding our schools, you know, people come to live in Kansas because of our schools. That's why I came. And a lot of people, particularly, you know, on this border, you've got lots of folks who live on this side of the border because of our school system. So yes, funding our schools will bring people back into our state. It'll also make our state more attractive to businesses. You know, if we're creating an educated workforce, and if we're able to provide workforce training that's very nimble and can meet their needs, those are the reasons that businesses come, those are the reasons people come. I think by putting Kansas back into the realm of sanity, you know, I think it'll be back like it used to be, where people looked at us. You know, obviously we don't have the beaches, we don't have the mountains, but we had rock solid quality of life because of the things we were taking care of.
I'm incredibly proud of what both of you are doing, really, and how you're taking our brand as Democrats and broadening it to include moderate Republicans and independents. My question is, what got us to this point, beyond how both of you are so engaging, but we as Democrats are going to win in Kansas, in this red state, because of you. But what do we do? How do we, beyond the topics that resonate with us, Medicaid expansion, education, what do we do to show that we're leading, or how would you help us show that we're leading civility and inclusion and enhancing, so that the young people who we're trying to engage and bring in, so that the foundation that you're laying will grow and make Democrats continue to be stronger still, not only in Kansas, but across the country. I know that's kind of a nebulous question, but I'm concerned about party growth, and you are both in a key place to do that by enhancing our brand.
That's a great question. And actually, Laura and I've had a couple of really good conversations about this. So the question is, how do we move forward and grow the Democratic Party? How do we move forward and grow from the foundation that's being laid now? And one thing that I actually would like to acknowledge is that I know that this, like what's happening right now with the with my ability to do this, and Laura is actually a part of getting to the place where someone like me could run for office, is because so many people in this room have been doing work for a really long time, and we are able now to take some of the groundwork that's been going on for a long time, and you know, this time in history has got a lot of people really engaged. I get upset, but engaged. And so one of the things that I know that we're doing is trying to make sure that we're having those individual conversations. And so going to places where you might not always be. I know I'm talking to a lot of people who might not ever interact with someone like me. And I just, you know, I show up and I try to engage with as many people as possible and have conversations with folks. So that's one piece of it, and what I know that I'm doing. But the other thing is just because of the kind of race that I'm running, the kind of campaign that I'm running, I know I've talked to a lot of people who we're doing things slightly differently, at least in terms of our TV, as other candidates might. And you know, I know at the beginning we were putting out, half of the battle for someone like me is just getting my name out there and making sure that people know who I am and what my background is. And the other half is making sure that they know who their current representative is. And in fact, we were kind of talking about this earlier. I am not running negative ads. I'm running what I'm calling truth ads. Because right now, we're in a place where people just need to know the truth about their current representative to know that he's not representing them. And I don't need to be very negative. I can be civil about it. I don't need to be, I don't need to resort to name calling or attacking someone's character when I have their voting record to highlight, because it's not a good record.
I agree on that. I hate watching TV because of that.
So that's some of the stuff that I'm doing, and then we're just, we've got an amazing team of volunteers who are out knocking on doors every single day. And I think that, and I know our team is knocking on both unaffiliated and moderate Republican doors, just to make sure that they know the truth about their representative, and also that there's a strong alternative.
Yeah, and David, to specifically address the civility issue, I think that's been a hallmark of mine from the day I walked into the Senate, actually getting elected, is that I have always worked in a very nonpartisan way. I'd say that I really don't have an ideological bone in my body, and that will show as I'm working as governor. We'll be bringing people together. Our cabinet will reflect that. Our appointments will reflect that. We want to represent Kansans, regardless of party, regardless of race, regardless of location. So we will show that via our appointments, and make sure we as well as I that there's no way to get anything done if you don't work together in Kansas, and so we will just continue to do that. And I think we'll set a totally different tone across the state by doing that. And I think that that along with all the infrastructure things that we talked about will be what will make Kansas an attractive place to come to. So I've got to go. My guy back there has been for a long time. I'm going down to Pittsburgh. It's homecoming, so I'm glad to see you all. Hope I see you again before Election Day. But if not, please get everybody out to vote.